Hello children, I am your social teacher for this academic year 2020 and 21. These days you people have studied your social from different teachers. 7th standard Shashikala madam was handling, and this year I'll handle social for you all along with English even. And before starting the class, I would like to welcome you all for the high school. High school doesn't mean only you are stepping in 8th standard. Along with that, you have a lot of responsibilities towards your studies. You have huge syllabus. So these days you are like play toys in your primary classes, and now your turn is to be very serious towards your studies. So not wasting much of your time, let's go with the class. So today we'll study about social science. As you all know, my dear children, social science has many branches in it. Social science word itself suggests that it is the study of society in and around us, which has many branches like history, geography, political science, sociology, and many more. But as of today, we are going to discuss about history. What is history? History is nothing but a systematic study of social science, a systematic study of society. The systematic study of the past itself is called as history. The word itself is suggesting it is his story. The story of a man in the past days is called as history. So, in social science, we are going to take the history part. History is nothing but the systematic study of the past is called as history, and which helps to know about the olden days. What are the coins used in the olden days? How the human beings are living in the olden days? How they were agriculturing, whether they are using clothes, whether they are using a cooked food, what are the different methods used to live a life in the olden days. Studying about that itself is called as a history. And here in this chapter we are going to study very clearly about the history. See, if you want to study about the history, you want some sources. Just you can't go through a history without any source or without any proof. So if you want to study the history, you want a source. Source is nothing but a proof which is needed to study about history. Blindly you can't go and study the history. So for that you want the sources. Example, for a rain, for a water, rain is a basic source. The water which comes from the sky gets settled down in lakes, towns, ponds, rivers, and the same water, due to a heavy temperature, gets evaporated and form a cloud in the sky, and due to the crashing of the clouds, due to the heavy blowing of the wind, it gets again to the earth in the form of rain. So the source of water is rain. The same way, to study the history, you want a source. So source is very important to study a history. And you have many sources. What man has did, the olden man has left many sources for us to study the history. Yes or not? So what he has did, he has left many coins, inscriptions, monuments, old buildings, and many archaeological sources, written sources ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸುಮಾರಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೂಫ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ ತನ್ನ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಹೌ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಲೈಫ್, whether he was wearing a clothes or bare bodily he is roaming, whether he is cooking a food or eating a raw food, whether he is eating a flesh of an animal or he was cooking and eating as now we people will eat now, chicken chili and all. It was not like that in the olden days. It was a raw flesh of an animal was being eaten. They doesn't have a house to live. They were living in the burrows. They were living in the caves, the holes of the trees, which is called as the burrows. So there they were living. Or else they were eating a raw flesh of an animal. Animals na ಕೊಂದಾಕೋದು ಅದರದ್ದು ಹಸಿ ಮಾಂಸವನ್ನು ತಿನ್ನೋದು. Or else the raw leaves, the fruits were being eaten and living. So they were not living like as we are living in a very sophisticated bungalows. They were living in the jungles. And man used to wander from one place to another place. He doesn't have a settled life like we people have. We, when we go to the school or to the office, anywhere else, will come back to our houses. But in the olden days, the man was not like that. He was like an animal roaming from one place to another place in the search of food and shelter. Like you people know the dogs. Dog will live in one place, today in one street, and another day in the another street. It doesn't have a settled place. Even the human being was also not having. So how did we got this information? That man was not a social animal. He was an animal actually. He doesn't have any settled life. He doesn't wear the clothes like what we are using, saris, jeans, kurtas and all. So ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is only through the sources we got all the information. So man has left many things to study like agricultural tools, inscriptions, temples and many more. So let's detailedly study about that. These sources can be divided into two: literary sources and archaeological sources. Sources has been divided into two: literary sources and archaeological sources. So sources has been divided into literary sources and archaeological sources, and further literary sources are divided into written literature and oral literature. Written and oral. See children, sources na ಮತ್ತೆ bifurcate ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, literary sources and archaeological sources ಅಂತ. ಲಿಟ್ರರಿ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಲಿಟ್ರೇಚರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಓರಲ್ ಲಿಟ್ರೇಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎರಡನ್ನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆರ್ಕಿಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಲೇಟರ್. ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಲಿಟ್ರರಿ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್. ಲಿಟ್ರರಿ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಹೇಗೆ ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ human beings, they used to write the scripts on the walls, on the stone slabs, on the leaves, on the bark of the trees. They used to write. That sources we have got now. The historical evidences na archaeological department ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಹುಡುಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಿಂದೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ, ತಾನು ಹೇಗೆ ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ, ಯಾವ ತರ ಊಟವನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ, ಯಾವ ತರ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅವನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ, ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರವಣಿಗೆಯ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ, ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಏನದು ಬರವಣಿಗೆಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಏನ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಕಲ್ಲಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆತ್ತನೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಗೋಡೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದ, ಅಂಡ್ ಈವನ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟ್ರೀಸ್, ಈ ಎಲೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಥವಾ ಮರಗಳ ಸಿಪ್ಪೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ ಅವನು ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ಕಿಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಆರ್ಕಿಯಾಲಜಿ. Archaeology means the study of the past. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕಂತಾನೆ ಈಗ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಥರ ಆರ್ಕಿಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್. So those archaeological people started to find the sources of history. There they have got the written writings which is called as literary sources. ಈ literary sources ಇಂದ ಕೂಡ we can find out how the man was dwelling in the olden days. In that, two types of you have written and oral. Written means, as I have told you, how it is available in the on the stone slabs, that is inscriptions, or else on the walls, or else on the barks of the trees, or else on the leaves. Oral ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಥೆಗಳು, ಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೋಸ್ ಡೇಸ್. ಈಗ ಅವರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಕತೆ ಹೇಳೋದು, ದ ಸಾಂಗ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್, ಮಿನಿ ಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್, ದ ಸ್ಕಿಟ್ಸ್, ಡ್ರಾಮಾಸ್, ಆ ತರ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಳೆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ದೇ ವರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ಲೈಕ್ ದೇ ವರ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕಿಡ್ಸ್. That information is been passed from generation to generation, which is called as oral sources. Understood? For example, my grandmother was telling how they were living. ಈ ರಾಗಿಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಗ್ರೇನರಿ, ಒಂದು ಮೊಳಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂತ. Now nobody is using that, but I know that in olden days that was using. So this I can tell to my children. My children will tell to their children. So like this, orally the transmission of the information is called as oral sources. So sources are two types, literary sources and archaeological sources. In literary sources, you understood about what is writing sources and what is oral sources. In the next video, I'll teach you about the archaeological sources.